Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Chat, my monthly, I guess you could say, vlog series. And like last time, same criteria is still in effect, so I can't commit to doing these weekly again for now, so we're just going to keep them as monthly. Got a couple of things to go over this month. Got some little bit of bad news, some really good news, and just kind of a look ahead at what's going to be happening from March 1st onwards. Also got some Patron shoutouts to do for those who supported my channel through January, which is going to happen in a second here. So, the little bit of bad news is connected to the really good news, so let's just cover those two things together. On March 1st, I'm getting my broadband updated to fibre optic. That'll mean that I go from roughly like 10 meg up to between 35 and 40, and my upload will go from 0.5 megabytes to somewhere between 9 and 10. So that means I can finally live stream. So I'm going to start doing that. Now, the bad bit that's connected to that is that in the process of updating, my connection is currently worse than it usually is. We're sitting at like 5 meg up and 0.3 meg up in terms of upload. Sorry, I meant down beforehand. 0.3 up, 0.5 down, 5 down. Shouldn't do numbers first thing in the morning. Either way, what I'm saying is because of the process of them upgrading my line for the upgrade happening on March 1st, right now my connection is worse, so for the remainder of this month, unless it fixes itself, I'm only doing one video a day because my upload has gone to crap, and there's not enough hours in the day to do more than that. I did a 3 gig XCOM 2 video the other day there. It took over 24 hours to upload. I had to leave my PC on for like a day and a half, so I can't do anything about that, but it's worth it. It's worth just doing a few days of one video per day, because come March I can do as many as I like, and I'm looking forward to that. Schedule wise, I'm still going to like probably stick to 2 videos a day, except when I've got a lot of series going on. Like, I imagine what I'll do come March is XCOM 2 will become daily, and I'll still keep on doing like a Monster Hunter video every other day, and something else filling those spaces. Vlogs, look-ats. Dragon's Dogma is still going on. I'm currently doing the DLC, so we've still got some of that to go. I'm hoping to knock out the rest of Fallout 4 in like maybe a couple of streams. Now, in terms of when I do start live streaming, the quote-unquote schedule I'm going to stick to, well, the Saturday Monster Hunter nights will be live streamed, so we might get more people turning up that way, and they'll be recorded live, and I guess I don't know, I'll either split up the VODs or just upload them as big episodes. I haven't decided. I don't quite understand how all that works yet until I get my hands on it. Sundays I'm going to do a stream. I'm not sure when, but that'll be Patron focused in however I can do that, however way I can do that. They could pick the game I play, they could join me for a game, like say if it was Duck Game, you know, something multiplayer. But the first couple of those are going to be finishing off Fallout 4, just to get that done, because I know it's pretty much a dead series now because no one's interested. So that's the plan. Beyond that, I'm not sure. It'll be a case of whenever I feel like it. I imagine I'll be streaming a lot at first because it's a novelty, but I know I've seen it happen that you can burn yourself out on it if you do it too much in a short period of time. So I'm going to avoid doing that. So March 1st, yeah, I'll test my stream. I'll probably just do like some Monster Hunter Cross farming, or you know, something that doesn't matter, so I don't need to port the VOD over if I don't want to. And I can also just kind of play with cutting it up if I want as well. And then, I don't know, just a few more test streams to try and get it all sorted in terms of like quality, what my connection will be able to handle, and you know, sound. I always have sound issues, so we're going to have to get through those. So if you do kind of show up on March 1st, please bear in mind I'm new to streaming. I might have done like video creation and uploading for years now. Live streaming, no. So, well, apart from like a few FTL tests like 4 years ago that aren't very good. So, bear with me as I try and get that sorted. But once it's sorted, I'll settle into a schedule eventually, and then I can pass that on here as well. And then also in terms of games I'll be covering, I am open to suggestions, especially from patrons, what games you would like me to play. Either games I can play with you, or just games you would want to see me play on, say, Sunday Patron streams. Other than that, that's the general plan. I'm counting the days until that happens. I'm massively looking forward to it. You know, a little bit anxious because who knows, I might not be very good at live streaming. I've only ever been a guest on other people's live streams. I've never done it myself really, so it'll be interesting to see how I take to it, I think. But yeah, so there's that. Also, hopefully, fingers crossed, They are literally cross. In the future, soon, Court will be finishing a t-shirt design for me, and I'll be doing a Teespring, I don't know what the term is, project. It works kind of like Kickstarter in that if the minimum isn't met, none of them get made, but you have to, as long as the minimum gets met, everything gets made. So he's working on kind of like a design that we're all kind of talking about in the Discord chat right now, actually. So hopefully that'll be done. Now, the reason I'm bringing it up ahead of it actually being done, because I'll do a separate video for it once it's ready, is on Teespring you can choose to have the shirts slash hoodies slash whatever produced in Europe or produced in the US, and that makes the shipping better for people in that region. So I want to know if you would be interested in getting a hoodie or a t-shirt with some kind of branding about my channel. Where in the world are you based? You don't need to be specific, obviously. I don't need your address. Just kind of say, oh, I'm in the US or I'm in Europe in the comments, and that would help me decide where I base the production, because I want to give the best price to people possible. So that's that. Again, I hope to have something to show you soon. It's just a case of when Court can do it, because he's a student, so he's busy. So that was the other thing, and now let's do Patron shoutouts. So thank you very much to the following people, some of whom are in my XCOM 2 series and some of whom may not be alive. But anyway, thanks to the following people for supporting the channel in January. Apropos of Nothing, Carneris, Greg the Howler, Taya Blake, Just Gaming, Bradley Parry, Matsamuni, Dragonakis, Nick M, Jared Tabor, Terravolt, Michael Smith, Thaxton, Grant Doty, Jason Anino, Thomas Telnovis, The Dog Barking, Good Rory, Ryan Sadowski, Lenore, Terrell Smith, The Newbie, That One Guy with the Face, Yuki, and Casper MH. And let me just mark off that I have done that, because I will forget otherwise. So there we go. Patron shoutouts done. Covered the fact that I'll be live streaming very, very soon. I mean, by the time you see this, it'll be... well, you'll see this on the 22nd, so it's just over a week from now. I can't wait. Definitely just, you know, suggest stuff you would want to see me play in general. But it will be Monster Hunter Saturdays for sure. Sundays, it'll be Patron's choice. Any streams beyond that, it just depends. I could just play random indie games. Like a lot of what I do that I don't really talk about, I get approached about a lot of indie games, so I set aside, like say, an hour chunk or a half hour chunk to try an indie game. It might be, pardon me, it might be interesting to do that live, to see a bunch of other people's first impressions as well, prior to me doing a look at video. I don't know. That's the general plan. So I think that's going to do it. It's going to be another short one. I'm rattling through everything I needed to cover, but that also means I can get this uploaded, because as I say, my upload speed right now is crippled. I'm uploading like a 1.7 gig Monster Hunter Cross video right now, and it's only 20% done, and it's saying it's got 522 minutes remaining. That's not acceptable. I mean, as bad as my connection was, it wasn't that bad. But it's worth it. It's worth it in the long run. So anyway, I hope I didn't forget anything. I don't think I did. I did want to show off Japanese candy, but sadly it's late again, so can't do anything about that. Thanks very much for listening, and I shall see you next month for another month update. Thanks again to patrons as well. Ta-ta for now.